Okay, I've got an addiction. You know, I just couldn't help myself. I ended up having to go to Ace Hardware, and I got this 90-degree. And you know, by addiction I mean addiction to parts and tools and stuff, and doing cool things right. And this is just going to look so much better, and it's just going to be so much less likely to have trouble with brand new fuel hose and a nice 90 here instead of that straight on. And Ace Hardware of Dalton did not sponsor this video. They did not give me the parts. I paid for them, but they were only like $15 for 2 foot of hose and the fitting I needed. That's a little mechanic's trick there if you don't want to use a wrench to grab it right here. Stick something like a Phillips head screwdriver or an Allen head socket into the hole, and then you can turn it. That lasts a little bit. I like using an Allen head socket or something like that that's short, because with a long wrench you can tighten it up too much. Another trick I've done is use a deep well socket with a little bit of an extension. So now I have a nice 90 that points that down, so this can comfortably go down and around into the fuel pump, and there's plenty of slack. Here, instead of making a hard left and a hard right here with a short piece of hose, I got to thinking this bracket is connected to the frame, so none of this is going to be able to move because it's directly connected to the frame. The engine's going to be torquing one way or the other and moving in relation to this. And if we just got that one short piece of hose, it's going to be pulling on that hose every time it torques. Pulling and pushing, pulling and pushing. So I made this extra long and made a loop. And because there's a big loop here, you can move it a lot and not be pulling on any of the connections. Got plenty of room to move up and down with the engine torque. And it's all new hose. And it looks prettier than the other way. So with nothing but the original pinch clamps down here, it was leaking right at the pump in the new underneath the new hose. So I ended up putting a gear clamp and the original pinch clamp, because the nose of that coming out of that pump luckily is about that long. So I was able to double clamp it, and it's not leaking anymore. You see the bowl is full here.